very positive. And a number of those individuals that you spoke to are on our committee, and we are receiving just all kinds of very positive support. Uh, One representative from the Web Lab, and so we have a number of those individuals that you've identified that are part of this, the Peoria School of Medicine, um, council people. So we've got a cross-section, and all are supportive of this. One of the things that I had told the committee is that, as our other programs that we're doing, we want these to be the very, very best. And we're receiving verbal support, and I'm sure we'll receive other support beyond that when the time comes for us to do this.
I wanted to just ask those questions because most recently, in a lot of things that we have voted on or entered into discussion, we have been accused of not hearing from individuals until we did something and then got the feedback. So I'm just trying to work with it from the other end now and saying you have brought this to the table. There has been community input, not maybe perhaps all, but there's been quite a lot of community interest and input in this that you're confident in this. Of course, we've already taken steps to say it's coming, but the funding is there. It's just the location now of it, and as we said, the configuration of what it will look like.
Right, Reverend Butler. I'm not asking the board to vote tonight, but I just wanted the board to know my recommendation for the siting. There are really two things that we're talking about here now. In regards to the Math Science and Tech Academy, there is wide community support for that effort. In regards to its location that I'm presenting tonight, I will tell you that the immediate neighborhood and community people in that neighborhood are very supportive of this, very, very supportive. I see it as a huge draw for families in that particular community for blocks and blocks around in regards to being able to attend that facility. It is very much like Dr. Gorin said, you don't test to get into the facility. All you need is an interest in one of those areas so that we can develop it. So the first one has been ongoing for maybe a couple of years. And this first came about when, in 2005, when Mr. Cahill and I got together, and we were talking about things that we might do as far as specialty schools for the district. And at that time, in 2005, I told Mr. Cahill that I would like to see a Math Science and Tech Academy plus a public school for world languages. And as Mrs. Spangler said, it's coming because we have many students who are very talented and gifted with language. But that's later. And then when we found out probably a year later that there was another group from Bradley that was working on the same thing, we said, why would we work in separate fields? And so Dr. Fisher was our representative for that particular committee. And from that committee, a report was generated, and we've used that report that was generated by a number of people as our basis is going forward.
Thank you for that history. And I know before you proposed the site months ago, I had a couple other neighborhood associations inquiring about it coming to their area. So I know that definitely they have been somewhat vocal in asking for the school in other neighborhoods in the community.
Right.
Can I just mention, I think some of the beginning of this, and I think we should probably make sure, and if this is true, but I remember being at a meeting with Bashir Ali, it was a big meeting. Bashir Ali helped host it with Workforce Development. I believe it was Workforce 2000, talking about regionally what we were going forward, and the Regional Office of Education was there, and I believe at Vision 2020 that Mayor Ransburg had helped incubate the group that was brought out of Bradley. So I just want to kind of pull it together when we go back and look at it. There were a lot of people along the way that brought it to this point, and we need to re-engage those people, and maybe because I think there's lots of initiatives and things that can happen in the future, lots of collaborative work that can be done if we go back in our history and find those lists of people. I think would be beneficial.
Mrs. Spangler, you're right. It was a community effort. A number of people in the community that wanted this to happen, and the Board of Education stepped forward because a great concern was once we come up with the vision for this school, how is it going to happen? It was the Board of Education that stepped forward and said, we will make this happen because this is a good thing.
And I believe as we build the future of our educational program, not only in Peoria, but the Peoria area, this is important. And also, as we have talked about, helping people to return back to the city and in the city versus moving away from it, this is a major attraction.
Unnamed places.
Unnamed places, but this is a major attraction. So I think it shows that we are, again, finding other ways to return back to the city of Peoria, very premier education program.
You know, the people that I have discussed this with throughout the community, I think, in regards to the concept, are very supportive of math, science, and technology and the necessity of it with changing workforce needs. The intent, I think, would not be to open this until August 2010. So there are a lot of programmatic details that the administration will have to develop and bring forward. The third aspect, though, is where it's located. And so there needs to be further discussion about that. And this is the first discussion of an actual proposed site. But it's one of those things, as Superintendent, some of the emails I did is everybody wants it in their area, which is nice. So there needs to be adequate time, but we will need to take a vote on that this summer on the location so that we can begin moving forward. Any other questions or comments? Let's move on to Skills USA. Dr. Hanna and Board Member Parker have both obtained a lot of information on Skills USA, and we thought it would be useful for the board to be. Dr. Hanna,
I'll start, Dr. Gorns, and seek the help of Board Member Parker as we go forward. June 23rd to 27th, the meeting for the National Leadership at Skills USA Championship. They were held in Kansas City. Board Member Parker and myself were guests of Caterpillar Incorporated, and particularly Mr. Cameron Ferguson. Dr. Fisher had helped set their hosting up, and it was a very significant experience for me. I'm not so much sure how Mrs. Parker felt, but it was a very significant experience. I passed out at your... I'm sorry. I passed out at your seats 3 documents. One of those documents are the executive summary. The second document is the Skills USA fact sheet. And the third document is the Skills USA Championships contest by career cluster. I really wish, as I listen to us talk about what we're talking about tonight, and I'm not wanting to put a fly in the ointment, but I really wish you could have been in Kansas City. You wouldn't be talking about math and science. You would not be talking about it at all because of what we saw young people do. Skills USA is been around for about 44 years, and let me give you a little bit of brief background about who these people are. These championships are held at a national level, competition for public high schools, college, post-secondary technical students who enrolled in trade, technical, skilled service professions, instructional programs, including allied health programs. It is considered the single greatest day of industry volunteerism in America every year at an estimated cost of more than $30 million. It was begun in 1967, and the championship has grown from 54 competitors in 3 contests to more than 5,000. Actually, in 2008, it was 5,200 competitors in 91 hands-on skilled leadership contests. Skills USA adds contests to the Skills USA Championships to meet the demands of the new and expanding occupation. It was a very awesome